everybody. I hope you're having a good Sunday. Hope everybody's resting and getting the time that they need to just recoup over last week, and hope you're getting ready for the new week that's about to begin. Um, Gosh, I don't even know where to start on this. um, Honestly, I wanted to start this, I guess, series to say is what it's going to be on just my growth and development in Christ and how that's impacting my life right now and how it will impact my life in the future. The purpose of these videos are pretty much going to be to document my growth so I can have something to, look back on and be like, man, I came from all the way over here, to wherever eventually I'm going to be in life. But also, I want other people to be able to see these, if they do see these, and know that, no one has to be perfect and no one is perfect. Like, it doesn't matter where you start. It just matters that you do start, and that you do have people in your corner. You have people that are there to have your back and support you in your transitions from wherever you are in your life and wherever you are in the world to living a life with God and living a life that He has and that He wants for you. So, yeah, I just wanted to do something that would not only help myself but help others as well. So I guess I can just start off with introductions. My name's Michael. I'm 30 years old. Um, I have a kid who is 4. I'm stationed on the Dwight D. Eisenhower in Norfolk, Virginia. Glorious carrier. um, yeah. I recently gave my life to Christ again, starting this whole journey over again. October 1st, 2019, at around 12 to 12:15. So I guess that would technically be October 2nd. Um, but yeah, just a little bit about myself. Um, Before I gave my life back to God, I was a Taoist, um, or for people who don't know what Taoism is, it's close to Buddhism. There are differences. Um, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted in my life, but I did know that I didn't want to necessarily be in a religion where it was just do what this deity tells you to do and how to live your life, you know. And I always was a firm believer of, do good and good will come to you, do bad and bad will come to you. The whole whatever you put into the world is what you'll get out of the world vibe is honestly how I carried myself. And no, honestly, I can't even lie and say that's how I carried myself because I still did a lot of bad as well. I just hoped that my good outweighed the person's next to me, and it was enough, to where when I reached the afterlife, they'd be like, okay, you were better than this person, so we're going to let you into heaven. And I mean, as you know, that's not the case. And I always knew that wasn't the case, but my whole life, honestly, ever since like 16, 17, I've spent it running away from God, running away from His will for my life, and sort of trying to do it my way, be happy on my own, be happy with the decisions, that I knew I made, and try to make a life where I can say that, oh, I did this all by myself. I did it all on my own. And no one can ever say that you did it all on your own. Like there's always people there to help you. That you always have a support group. You always have someone that's going to be in your corner. So I mean, that was destined to fail from the beginning. I just never really wanted to see it that way, I guess. Um, why did I decide to give my life back to God? Man, that's a huge question. And the answer is it's a very long answer, but I'll give a very abridged answer. Um, just the way that I was living my life and the way that I was hurting people close to me. I didn't like that. I didn't like who I saw when I looked in the mirror, and it costed me a lot to realize that. It costed me a lot to realize that the person that I wasn't the person that I wanted to be. I thought it was. I really did. I really did think that who I was at 30 years old was the person I wanted to be. And just how things have happened in my life right now and the things that I've caused on myself have shown me that no, it's not. And I'm really sad and I'm really disappointed in myself that everything that happened um, was the catalyst to be like, man, I really I really need help. I need God in my life. I need to get back to those times because, like I said, I was a Christian growing up, um, all the way up to like 15, 16, um, and probably a little bit younger is when I started to sort of rebel, I guess to say, sort of started to question it a lot. But yeah, no, I didn't like who I had become, and I definitely didn't want my son to see the person I had become and be like, is that really my dad? Is this how I should live my life? And just a mixture of all those things, um, it broke me. It was hard. Like I said, October 1st, in the middle of a field, it's at nighttime, like 11 at night. I was just in a field crying, like literally bawling my eyes out to God, just asking him, please give me the strength, give me the willpower to ask you and just pray to you for my forgiveness, ask you to forgive me of my sins. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And I was just sitting there in the grass crying, asking, why is this so hard? And I knew why it was hard. My ego, my pride, like they would not allow me to ask for forgiveness, say that I need help. And, it's one thing to let your pride get in the way of asking other humans, asking people, close to you and just asking your family, hey, I need help. What do I do in this situation? Or, like that's that's completely different. But when your pride and your ego gets in the way of you asking God for help, like it was a very sombering experience, and it made me realize how far I had just deviated from the path, how far I had let myself get into the darkness and get into my own fortress, build up all these walls around me. And it took a long time. I want to say, like, yeah, it almost took a whole another hour before I was able to just get on my knees and just pray, like out in the middle of this field. There's still people out there um, on base at nighttime. They're just sitting in the gazebos and stuff. And I'm pretty sure it looked weird to see this man just crying out. I don't know if they heard me. I hope they didn't, because it was bad. But I finally was able to do it, and like just through like tears and just snot and just everything else on my face, I was able to finally let go of my pride, let go of what I thought I should be able to handle, and give it to him, and just ask, just God, please help me, please forgive me of my sins, like please take me in, just give me one more chance, and at the time I was I was heavy, like I was feeling a lot. There was just a cold place in my heart that I could never feel, and like the void, it only grew, it only hurt more and more every day. Just the feeling of isolation, the feeling of being alone, the feeling of not knowing, just not knowing anything. Like it was all so much. And like the instant that I said amen after praying the prayer of forgiveness, all of that, it was like a calm rushed over me, and I didn't feel that anymore. And I cried even more because of it. It was it was amazing. But I don't want this video to be super long, so I'm gonna stop it right there. Um, like I said, this series is gonna be, I don't know how many videos I'm gonna put into it, but it's just going to be just to document, like I said, my growth and my changes. But also, it's going to be open an open forum. I want to hear, from everybody else as well. I want you guys to ask questions. And I'm never going to say that I have all the answers, because I don't. I'm just starting this journey, you know, with Christ myself, learning faith all over again, learning how to be a good disciple. But everybody has to start somewhere, and this is going to be my starting point. But if you need help, if you feel alone, if anything like that, like just know that you have people in your corner. Everybody's going to be there for you. I'm going to be here for you if you ever need to talk. It doesn't matter what time of the day or not. Like just say, hey, I need to talk, and I'll be like, all right, let's do this. But yeah, these are going to be very candid. I'm never going to edit them. Um, I don't even think I'm honestly going to get a camera for these things. Um, I want them to be very candid. I want them to be very real. I want you to see, you know, my uneasiness as I talk about these things, and also my joy and happiness as best as I can portray them, and as best as you can see them. Um, if you need a place to start, you're looking for something, to get you started, get you renewed in your faith. A friend of mine put me on to Transformation Church. You can just YouTube it. And they have this series going on right now called Crazy Faith. And gosh, just everything that Pastor Michael Todd is saying is just amazing. Just the information that I'm taking from it is helping tremendously. And right now, I don't go to a church or anything like that. Like, I do Bible study on my own, and I have my devotionals, and I do sometimes go to Bible study as well with other churchgoers. Um, but church right now just isn't a step that I'm willing to take yet. I'm not in the let's go back to church mode yet, and eventually I will get there, but it's not going to be right now. So, um, I recommend that to you guys as well. Just give those videos a watch. Try to understand, you know, yourself, and ask questions. Ask questions to yourself about what it is that you want to do. And you don't, like, if you want to just watch these videos for inspiration, you're not trying to give your life to God or anything like that, then by all means, do that as well. I'm definitely not here trying to say, oh, you need to give your life to God, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not what the heck was that? got hit in the head by a wasp. It's time to go inside. But yeah, no, that's never what these videos are going to be about. They're going to be open. I accept everybody, and I want you guys to accept me as well for who I am. But yeah, I don't have a schedule for when these are going to come out. They'll just come out whenever they come out. Um, I will promise I will try to make it weekly, a week and a half. We'll go from there. But yeah, this is going to be good. It's going to be great for everybody that's going to be involved. I hope you guys have a good day.